Hello everyone, Daniel here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a review for the first episode of The Sandman. This is a new Netflix series based on the works of the amazing Neil Gaiman. So in this first episode, Sleep of the Just, while searching for an escaped nightmare in the waking world, Morpheus falls prey to Roderick Burgess, an occultist looking to summon an imprisoned death. This first episode is directed by Mike Barker, written by Neil Gaiman, David S. Goyer, and Alan Heinberg. All those names should sound familiar because they work with DC on multiple things, either movies and comics. Specifically, Neil Gaiman created The Sandman with a lot of very talented collaborators throughout the years over at Vertigo. In this episode, we have Tom Sturridge stars as Morpheus, aka Dream, Boyd Holbrook as the Corinthian, one of the nightmares living in our world. Vivian Akimpong as Lucienne, who is the right hand of Dream, and Charles Dance from Game of Thrones as Roderick Burgess. We have other cast members, but these are probably, I don't want to go too much into spoilers, so I'm not bringing up everyone. This is kind of like the main people that we see, at least just based on the synopsis. And if you have been following our content for a little while, you know that overall in this channel, we are very excited for the Sandman. All of us are pretty big fans. Although we have different levels of involvement, I think I would say probably I'm the one that has read the least of the Sandman comics, but I'm still really, really involved. I do love a later iteration of Dream, whose name is Daniel, but that's a whole other thing. So yeah, this first issue, this first episode, what an amazing show they put together for us. Like, it is one of the challenges of translating a comic into a visual medium like TV or a movie is the visual aspect of it. You want to recapture the feel that the artist had um, in the original media. Now, obviously, in comic books, you could do a whole lot more with a very limited budget because it all comes from the artist's work. But this was so well done. The show looks beautiful. There's so much, like, a really high production value. This is shot in movie format, so you'll see the widescreen, as opposed to some of the other shows on Netflix that are not shot in the widescreen. They're kind of shot to fit now the big TVs. This one you can tell. So the ratio definitely is something that it makes it feel more cinematic to the viewer. So that was definitely a plus for me. I think Sturridge as Dream, especially he being the narrator, that makes it feel like a comic because in the comics you would hear or you would read Dream's dialogue in the narration boxes. This also feels very similar to that. And his look, he looks exactly as he was drawn in the comics. Really, really cool stuff. The premise for the first episode really sets up what's going to be um, I guess, the driving force behind everything that's going to happen the rest of the season. At the end of the first episode, you get to see one of those this season in montage, and all that stuff kind of stems from Dream falling prey to this imprisonment from the beginning. So really, really cool stuff. Like I said, the visuals are amazing. Um, I think the characters have translated over pretty well, at least the ones we've seen. Uh, Specifically, one of the people that, if you've seen our coverage before, our trailer reactions and stuff like that, you know that I am not a big fan of the Corinthian, at least the way it looks, because it's such a jarring and creepy look. Like when he takes off his glasses and you can see he's got the little mouths in his eyes. Oh, I hate it, but that is what translates really well. But also, Holbrook's performance as this, like, cocky, selfish individual that just out like he's only looking out for himself because he wants to do bad things, um, and just wants to be. I guess he doesn't want to be under the rule of Dream. Right? He is a nightmare. Dream creates nightmares and dreams, and all those beings live in his realm, but if they escape to the real world, that's where there's a problem. So that's kind of what kicked all these things off. The Corinthian being in the real world. So it's really cool stuff. It really, really cool to see the Dream's power set to for part of this episode. It's really introduction. There's a really cool scene where you kind of get to see all of the realm prior to all these events, and how beautiful it looks. And you kind of go through all the place. You go through the palace, meet some of the characters that we'll probably see later on. So I'm very excited for that because, like I said, it's been a long time since I read the books, but like like the characters are so visually um, distinctive that it's really easy for me to be like, oh, that's the guy with the pumpkin head again, right? And I don't know the names. I do appreciate all the people in the comments that have been filling us in with some of the backstory and a little bit of the things that we kind of said wrong during during our trailer reaction, because it's kind of hard to do it. You know, we were doing those live, so it's hard to remember everything. But you guys have been so cool about like not even being mean about it, just like, hey, that's not who it is or whatever. Like giving us more information that just kind of gets us hyped up for the show. So I'm very excited for this. We will probably talk more about the rest of the episodes once we get together on a live. But I wanted to do at least one review for the first episode because I think you guys have been waiting for this as much as we have. So I'm very excited to see the remainder of the series. I can't wait to take a look at that. So as always, thanks for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Sundays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Stay tuned because we have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff here in the channel. And as always, thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.